This is a quick video on how to fix your Lexus Hybrid CT, whatever it is, blower fan. Now you can get access to the blower, that's the blower unit, yeah? And basically if you go to the passenger side, pull away the cover that's on the bottom and it'll give you access to the 3 mounting bolts. 1, 2, 3. And the fan will just drop out into the footwell of the passenger, right? Now, the problem with it, if you have a look, you can see the play in there, and there's obviously a major problem with this fan. That should be mounted tight. To disassemble this is fairly straightforward. It's only held together by these little screws. So you'll see the screws fairly easy. Make the video shorter. I've taken the screws out. This cover here, once you've got the screws out of the way, that comes off. And that'll expose you to that. There's a further three screws in the switchboard here. That then, once you've got the screws out, that will pull out. It's a little bit sticky to pull out because it's got a seal around there. So just give it a pull and that'll come away, and it's got 3 connectors there which slot on. So that comes off. You've got another 3 screws there which I've already taken out the way, and quite critically you've got a ring which holds the whole assembly together. Now this ring is pressed on, and the way to get that off is get a screwdriver and bend the tabs upwards, rotate it around, tab upwards, and eventually you'll free this without too much trouble. There it is there. Once you've got that ring out of the way, that piece will come off and give you access to the bearings. Now there's the thrust bearing. If you pull that, that'll come off. And then the magnets in this will try and hold it together, but there's nothing to stop the central part of this thing coming off. So give it a pull and that'll come out. Now when you look inside there, you'll see one of the bearings is actually still in there and it rattles like hell. And that is the problem. It's a phosphor bronze lubricated for life bearing, but it's had it. And that is the problem with these fans. When that bearing goes, your fan starts rattling. That's the bottom bearing. You've also got a bearing in the top, which is that one. That one's not so badly worn, but it is worn as well. Now the easy fix for this, yeah, is to put a ball bearing type bearing in there. I don't know if you can see that ball bearing, yeah. And the size of that ball bearing is 8mm bore by 19mm outside diameter by 6mm deep. And what you'll find is that will slot straight in without any modification at all into the housing. Just push that in and you can see that fits straight in there. So that ball bearing will replace this worn bush. For the top, I would have put 2 ball bearings in there, but, sorry, top and bottom, but I've only got one, so I'm going to reuse the old bronze bush. I'll slot the bronze bush back in there, reassemble the whole thing again. But what I should have told you just quickly, you want to try the bearing first before you assemble it. Make sure it slides up and down on the shaft easily, because if it jams halfway down, you've got a problem. So get some wet and dry, clean that shaft up until that ball bearing slides up and down nice and easy. And you'll see mine goes in nice and easy. And you can see straight away, well, no, hang on. It won't actually turn sweetly until it's reassembled. And then of course, thrust bearing back on there. And that locates onto the spindle. And then what you'll have to do with this spring washer bearing is flatten it slightly and press it back on in position. And that'll hold the whole assembly. and the rest is just a case of reversing the whole procedure. That's it, guys. Should be enough to get you going.